Welcome to WhoDooTV. This is WhoDooTV Live for New Comic Books 2/7. Today is 2/6, and we're going to be talking all about the new stuff today and stuff that happened last week and all this stuff. I'm Jared.
And I'm Hoosier.
Yeah, so we've got a good show for you guys today, I think.
I think it's going to be an all right one. I don't know.
Well,
do we ever have a good show?
I just need to get this out of the way, get our Jock Sports Talk out of the way. The Super Bowl rocked. I loved the game. It was great. So glad.
Admit it. You're just happy Tom Brady lost.
Oh, I am so happy. But it was a solid game. It was probably the best Super Bowl in probably 5 years.
So that Zach Ertz touchdown, I don't even know why that was thought it wasn't a touchdown.
Yeah.
He caught it on the 5.
Yeah.
He crossed the plane.
Absolutely.
Who gives a crap?
So
that was people pissed me off there.
Yep.
Sorry. I thought that was silly.
I agree. I 100% agree with you on that. But yeah, we're not a sports show, so I just need to get that out there. Great game.
But no. We're going to keep talking about this.
You want to talk about the game, or do you want to talk about
the commercials?
The commercials.
Or more so, the trailers.
Yes. Great trailers. Finally got a Solo trailer for
It was a trailer of a trailer.
Yes, it was. It was a teaser.
They took a Valiant piece, right? When they were doing the trailers of the trailers that were going to be of the trailer.
But we did get a teaser. We did get a good teaser out of it.
Yeah.
And we also, after the Super Bowl, we got another teaser. This movie comes out May 25th, and we get the first trailer 3.5 months before it's released. That's crazy. That is nuts.
Do they really need it? Because they don't need to create brand recognition on Solo. It's already there.
It is. You're totally right. But the fact that people have been asking for this for so long,
anticipation, dude.
Finally here. It's weird. It's weird timing for such a big film.
I do agree, but
it looks
it's
awesome.
still going to sell out. It's still going to be crazy. Will it do Black Panther sellout numbers?
I don't know. Black Panther is looking good. Oh my gosh. Yeah. But we got thanks for coming on, Lethal Lightning.
Yeah.
He says, I love Star Wars, but Solo, I don't know. Is it really necessary? I have to agree with him on that. It does seem a little weird. Doesn't really give too much more to, I guess, the galaxy. I don't know. It's still pretty insular.
It's made by Disney, and it sells tickets.
That's the thing. I wish they would have explored something else. But,
the dollar game.
It's coming out, and I have to accept it as it is, and we're just going to go forward with that. I'm still going to go see it. I'm going to go see it opening day.
Yep. Yeah, I'll be there midnight release, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
But give it one of my favorite Star Wars, almost of all of them, was Rogue One.
Rogue One was awesome. Yeah.
That was freaking great.
And I don't know. I had a sort of a bad feeling toward that one too, coming into it, and then leaving the theater. I was like, "Holy crap! This is awesome." So
yeah, I agree with Lethal Lightning. I was gonna call him Strike Grade Union. That's his old name. Yeah, I agree. It looks like it is just like an anthology of Solo stories.
Yeah. Well,
right? when he met Chewbacca, it's just I don't know.
His legend story is pretty good. If they make that canon, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah. Hey, Danny, thanks for coming on, man.
But and then we got to see his little Infinity Stone.
Infinity War. Yeah,
Infinity War.
Awesome trailer for that one.
Yep.
Good little cap.
Yeah. Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park looked good.
Jurassic World, whatever you want to call it.
Jurassic World. Yeah, that's what it is now.
Chris Pratt and. Guy just can't be in real life. He has to either go to space or he's got to be with dinosaurs.
Yeah, that's right. I know. Well, he's that actor that you want in a franchise now. It's like
he's just
good.
Funny guy.
He's fun,
likable.
He's a really likable guy. We also got Bruce Willis's take on Die Hard called Skyscraper. I don't know if you guys saw that one.
Yeah,
I was pretty sure that was a Die Hard remake until the title came out.
All right. He's taking it. So one thing that's really cool that wasn't on Super Bowl is Keanu Reeves.
Yes.
He was in a pretty decent movie recently.
John Wick.
And 2.
Uh-huh.
He's going to be a producer for a like John Wick throw off series. It's going to be on Stars,
Right. Yeah.
and it's based around that bounty hunter hotel.
Yeah, the Continental.
Yeah,
that's right, and all the different Continentals around the world. That's gonna be fun.
I think that's cool. I like it. Keanu Reeves is like, okay, people like it, makes money. All right, I'll put some money in it.
I mean, I'm a little. I gotta say, I'm a little concerned about it because it's such an interesting story about John Wick and surrounding him and trying to get out of the game, even though it keeps pulling him in. But now we're getting a story that I'm afraid might dilute that.
But it's done by the same writer.
Yes.
So you are getting some people that care about the product, that have been a part of the product.
Yeah.
It's not just somebody taking it over that wants to make money. I mean,
True.
They do want to make money, but in the same matter of they respect their IP, their product.
Yeah.
So
right.
And then, did you see what's his name? Danny Powers.
Danny McBride.
Oh yeah. What was he Powers in when he plays the minor league pitcher?
Oh, Kenny Powers.
Kenny Powers. I think it was. Their Australian tourism promotion.
That's right. That's what Lethal Lightning's pointing out here. That was pretty good.
Is that actually going to be a movie? Dundee?
No, it's not. That was definitely a ad campaign for like visiting Australia, their tourism, but they did a great job. It was awesome.
I want that to be a movie.
Me too. I do
actually.
Too. Because
I loved Crocodile Dundee, and this is his like American son who's trying to be Australian, and it's Danny McBride, and he's now with the hunk of Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah, that could be hilarious. Yeah. I mean, in the age of reboot, there might be some truth to that little commercial.
Yes, it's possible. I got to say, there was that Geico ad about the caveman.
Yeah.
And then people liked it so much that they decided to make it into an actual TV show, which was crap. But maybe because people like this one so much, it could get greenlit in Hollywood. Who knows?
So Lethal's out, and he's in Australia, and he's saying he was on the news in the morning, and it's not happening.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Was that Danny McBride was on the news this morning, or Chris Hemsworth?
Or what's Dundee's name?
I don't know the actor's real name.
Oh, God. You call that a knife?
Yeah, you call that a knife.
It's great stuff. You crazy Australians, I love you.
It's good stuff. It's really good. We also got Westworld. Westworld season 2 trailer, which I'm very excited about. I just needed to throw that in there. It's because that series is legit. Paul Hogan, yes.
Paul Hogan, that guy, yes.
Thank you.
Great. No relation to Hulk Hogan.
None.
No relation.
Except being a badass.
Would you call Hogan? I mean, he's a make believe predetermined wrestling badass.
He's an action hero made real.
I don't know. I think Paul Hogan actually can handle it. I don't know.
Yeah. So yeah, it was good commercials, great stuff debuted. A lot of fun. I don't know. It was a good.
Did you watch This Is Us afterwards?
I did catch up on that.
Oh God, I was being sarcastic.
Oh no, my wife loves that show so much, and I read my comics while she was watching, but also looking up the entire time. So
right after Super Bowl, I was on the road, so I didn't get to watch it.
Sadly,
I mean, I think I've seen half an episode.
All I have to say is return your crock pots, folks.
Well, Tom Brady lost.
Tom Brady lost, and all's right in the world.
And we won.
Yep.
That's
America won. The world won. I shouldn't just isolate America.
Right?
But yeah.
And did you hear their Ninjak news?
No.
There is no Ninjak news.
Okay.
The news is there's no news.
The news is there's no
Ninjak
news.
versus. There's no Ninjak versus still.
Yep.
So
I feel like DMG is going to just shuffle that under the rug, which is unfortunate for all the work that Bat in the Sun has done.
Right. I got to look something up here, guys. I hate maybe hear my keyboard clicking. But CW announced some new shows.
Okay.
And one of the shows sounds like such a knockoff to Dr. Mirage. So that really had me question. And I got to find this. Canceled, Fate Uncertain. So they were coming out with a couple new ones. I got to figure out what it was.
Okay.
But it sounds so much like they're trying to do a throw off, like they stole the story of Dr. Mirage.
Interesting, especially with kind of the little tidbit of news that we got that they'd be moving forward with that.
And it sounds like one of the characters is the brother, right? So it's a woman whose brother dies, and she's able to communicate with the brother to help her solve crimes.
Okay.
I mean, to me, that mindset of, you have a significant other, whether it's a boyfriend, wife, girlfriend, that turns out to be a ghost, turns out to you'll be able to communicate with and do that. Reminds me of a lot of what's the Jennifer Love Hewitt movie?
I was just gonna say Ghost Whisperer. I was gonna say that sounds a lot like Ghost Whisperer.
And so I'm gonna have to actually fact check, pull up some stuff on it, and get you the name.
Okay.
But I thought it was called Dead Inside or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, mostly like pushed under the rug. Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah. It's weird. Yep. So did you get into reading anything last week? I know we got
to read Gideon Falls and got a video out on that.
Yeah, we did. That was a pretty good one.
Jeff Lemire
brings it every time.
Right. So that was really cool. There was a couple other ones that are coming up that we got to take a look at, and I did get to look at those. Like Infidel.
Yeah, Infidel, but that's another interesting one.
Right.
Almost in the same vein a little bit of that Gideon Falls, sort of in a way.
Right. And then
I don't need it. Anyways, let's drop the pen. Yeah, we got Eternity 4 last week and Q&W #1.
Right.
Or #2, excuse me. Whoops.
Eternity 4 was solid, dude.
Yeah.
That was great.
I mean, good book.
We got the video out for that.
Yep.
That was solid. I'm trying to think of what else. Man, sometimes it gets to be such a busy week. Almost forgot what helped it.
I know.
Realm number 5 ended its first arc.
Yeah, and that was awesome.
Yeah.
That actually, I know people were talking like Realm needs to do something soon, and like, yeah, the last 2 issues were pretty intense. It was awesome.
And then, like I said, you got the Valiant. Some people picked up the Divinity complete combo there.
Right.
So that was good.
Also, I got into Motherlands. The Vertigo. It was not. We called it out as DC last week, but it's a Vertigo one, and it was pretty awesome.
The Cy Spurrier title, right?
Yeah. It was. I mean, it's like bounty hunters that jump through these different parallel universes of Earth, and each one's a little different. And in each one, the people are evolved just slightly differently, and all these weird things, and kind of an interesting story. The character's mother definitely caught criminals in a let's just say unconventional way, unorthodox way. So yeah, I'll just let you guys get into that. It's definitely a mature title, so if you're not into that sort of thing, you might want to avoid. But I might. I'm going to keep checking it out because I think it's got potential. I think it's got really cool sci-fi potential.
And I did find out this one that it's called Dead Inside.
Dead Inside. Okay.
Dead Inside was the title of the new CW.
Okay.
Take a look at it. See what you guys think. Tell me if you got some vibes that it sounds like a knockoff. Dead Inside. Yeah. So. But yeah. Yeah, I didn't get a whole lot done because it was a busy week.
Yeah.
It was a very busy week with work and all the above. So
yeah,
didn't get to do what I wanted to do. And but I'm glad you got to read that one. I really wanted to pull that one and read that one. So
yeah, it was interesting. Really, really interesting.
And so I think let's start this one off by starting with Valiant.
Yeah, for sure.
Because Valiant wants to do their 6 books a week. And sometimes when you only got 4 ongoing titles and only 1 miniseries, you get thrown a one-shot.
That's right.
And they've done this for a while. And we had that a couple times. So
keep talking, but I see some news that Lethal Lightning said that I didn't quite hear about. But keep talking. We'll get to that news that Lethal Lightning is talking about. Might need to look some stuff up.
Let's get on this one.
Yeah.
And they're throwing their one-shot out. And the one-shot it's just, I don't know. They're hit or miss. Sometimes they're good. Sometimes they're whatever. Sometimes they're tie-ins to Divinity 3.
Right.
And then there's times where it's kind of just there.
Yeah,
and that's kind of frustrating.
Kind of what I felt about this one. I got a chance to read it. I know you did too.
Got some Cafu art, which I was cool with that.
Cafu does some great stuff.
Yeah.
Kind of an interesting choice, though, I think, for like the comedic stuff that they get into. Cafu does really well with like action and I don't know, more serious tones. But
and then we got Fred Van Linte back on Archer and Armstrong, which is always good too.
Yeah, it's good.
But it's just frustrating getting these one shots, right? And it's like, what do they have to do with the whole grand scheme, continuity? Well, how do they play into it? You know, so.
Okay. Yeah.
Your mind's out of here, dude.
It's gone. I mean, I'm
Lethal Lightning. Shut up, man. You got him off the track, dude. What the?
Yeah. Let me come back to the Valiant stuff. It's like I don't know. It just seems like, what's the point? I know they want to hit a quota of 6 per month, but I mean, if we're not getting I hate to say it's not quality, because like everyone put in a lot of good work.
Right. It's still good and it's still a good story, but it's how much you get invested in. And
yeah, it's like I'm gonna pay $2.99, $3.99 for a book that doesn't really advance the storyline that much, other than
if you're missing Archer and Armstrong, you get to see them.
Yeah, exactly. That's the whole point. I think you made the point last night when we were texting about the book that it keeps characters relevant that we haven't seen in a while. So maybe that's just it. Maybe it's just like, hey, remember these guys are a thing.
They're still here.
Yeah.
And so that kind of, I don't know, that mindset. I hope we get more ongoings. I hope we get that. But even if it's set, 4 or 5 issue miniseries, I'm okay with that too. I'm okay with Eternities coming out the way they're coming out.
Yeah.
I was okay with Divinity 0. That was a great one shot, but it did wrap up all of Divinity 3.
Yeah.
And it set the space for Eternity.
Yeah.
So it was a prelude, it was a wrap up, but it was good. But then you had like Rai in the History of Valiant Universe. Great for somebody getting brand new into Valiant.
Which that came out right around sort of my start into Valiant, and I did find it very helpful.
Yeah.
But for someone who's been reading Valiant, it's also kind of like,
Right. I mean, the Day Off was a good one-shot. That was okay. Didn't have much to do with the whole continuity story, but it did let you see Tank Man and Viet Man and where they're at. Awakenings, I did not like Eternal Warrior Awakenings.
That was weird.
That story just didn't do it for me. And then there was, I'm trying to think of the other one. There was a couple of them, and I don't know. I would just like to see a couple, like say 5-issue minis, 4-issue minis, and go that route to keep the stories going. And I also wish that they would have had the Valiant Summit by now, so we would have known what was in the works with Dinesh for that year, the rest of the year.
Yeah.
And now, what are their plans to do that?
Yeah, well, last year the Valiant Summit came out after Emerald City Comic Con, so we'll have to wait and see what their plans are for that. I mean, we haven't heard anything about it yet, so we'll see. We'll see what comes of that. But yeah, it's just kind of interesting. I'd much rather get 4 or 5 like quality books that are advancing this. The overall storyline and the overall movement of the Valiant universe than to grab something that's kind of meh, Yeah. It's fun. It's fun. I don't want to turn anyone away from this because it's Valiant. It's totally in the same vein of Archer and Armstrong. Like,
and I love those
Armstrong
characters.
is just as debaucherous as ever, and it's fun and great. So.
And I'm going to keep on this Valiant track just for a second, then we'll go to your Star Wars track.
Okay.
But then they've kind of announced that Benjamin Hung, who's the Chief Operating Officer at DMG, is going to kind of fill in Dinesh's kind of role.
Kind of that creative.
I don't know if it's necessarily creative guy, but just kind of like the go-to CEO type guy. I don't think anybody else will come. Dan
Mintz just bought it and then wants his hands off of it.
Right. He wants the properties. He wants to make movies off of it. He wants properties. And so he's going to hand it over to Benjamin Hung, who at one time was working for Marvel. he was a general manager, a senior vice president with Marvel.
Okay.
And he also worked for Sony in the past. He was an executive director, business development. He worked for the Sony movie project.
Okay.
So he's been in some things. He was a board member of Valiant for the last 1.5 2 years.
Okay. I mean, that's good.
And so he's kind of been part of, you know, the day-to-day productions over at DMG. Younger dude. He looks, I don't know how old he actually is. He looks younger, put it that way. Doesn't look like a very old guy. But I mean, he's a California guy. You know, they say he knows entertainment. He's been around for a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, it's another one of those moves where it's like we don't know how this is really going to affect until we start to see. So,
yep.
Yeah.
I think we'll see. I wish there was more out there of this person. I wish they were to talk more. I wish they were to give more of their input about where things are going.
I think we'll get something soon.
And well, we better get something soon.
There's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of movement going on, and they got to get ready for it. So they got to do what they got to do to get people in and out and fill slots that need to be filled and all those types of things. And then I think we'll get some information.
And then we go.
All right.
Lethal Lightning
dropping the bomb on us here.
Gives us some news, and it said Star Wars, and Jared saw a squirrel, and he freaking went running like a little kid, seeing the ice cream truck run by.
Oh yeah, I was.
And his brain went out the door.
Yeah.
And so we got here something saying, how about those new Star Wars filma that got announced today?
Yeah. And so Lethal Lightning also continues on. He says Game of Thrones TV writers are doing the new movies, nothing to do with the Skywalker saga or the Rian Johnson trilogy. That is huge. That is big news. So I typed it in while we were talking there. It looks like David Benioff and D.B. Weiss are doing Star Wars, which could be freaking awesome. I mean,
what story?
I don't know. It's gonna be something outside of everything. I mean, I'm totally okay with doing more Star Wars galaxy based stories that aren't necessarily in line with the Skywalkers. Totally okay with that. Explore other things. You know, if I get a whole movie where I don't see a single lightsaber, I'm gonna be totally cool with that. I'm totally okay with that.
That doesn't sell toys.
It will.
That doesn't sell toys.
Legos.
Well, probably sell Legos.
Make tons of new ships and Lego sell stuff.
There's rights to Lego, so they don't make as much profit if it's just a straight Star Wars lightsaber. Business side, man. That's what all it is. DMG.
I think a lot of people.
All the business.
I think a lot of fans are with me on that. If we don't focus on the Jedi, if we don't focus on the lightsabers and all that stuff, these massive heroes and this. Right. I mean, if you look at the Skywalkers, they've been at the forefront of what's been happening politically in the galaxy for now, I'm going to say 50 years.
Right. Oh, no, I agree. I agree. They've been so much involved with it and connected. And yeah, like I think even sometimes like a little slice of life within that world would be kind of cool too.
Exactly.
There's a lot. I say that on both sides. I do think they'd be good. So
cool. And he said Lethal Lightning says the Rian Johnson trilogy is rumored to be the unknown regions and have the Chiss ascendancy versus the Yuuzhan Vong, which would be amazing. That is digging into the legacy stuff, and I love that so much. I think that would be awesome.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens with that. I mean, yeah, no plot left. Lethal Lightning, let us know. Are you excited about this news?
Right.
Because
kind of sound like a mini nerdgasm. not answering that.
Pass me a cigarette. I mean.
Nerdgasms are happening. I'm going to coin that word. Nerdgasm.
Oh, man, yeah. Well, thank you for that. I mean, that's
awesome.
Big news. I totally missed that.
Let's share those. Show our Mike little things that we got coming out.
Yeah.
Look at what we got going on, guys.
Official.
We're going to be getting official here with the WhoDooTV. And we could do our interviews. So I just wanted to share these with you guys.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
So remember, we're coming out. We are coming out going to Emerald City Comic Con at the beginning of March. So
right, March 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th.
Yeah, very, very beginning.
Right.
So if you guys have any questions for anybody out there, we'll be out there with these mic flags here, putting mics in people's faces, asking them questions, and all this stuff. So
that's right.
It's going to be a lot of fun. So if you have any questions that you want us to ask anybody that's going to be there, let us know in the comments. I will write that down, and we will be doing that. I know we've got a handful from Danny, which we really appreciate, and we'll be getting those answers. We'll be giving those answers the next live show that we do.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be fun.
We're gonna have the videos of it. We're not gonna give the answers in the live show. We'll have the video.
Oh yeah, we'll do. We'll do a video for it. Yeah.
And so we'll do that, and then I think I'm gonna be going down to Portland for the Image Expo in 2 weeks.
Yeah. It's that.
And so to kind of go check out what's going on new with Portland at the Image Expo. And then Chris, the Bald Moose, he might be going down to Portland the following couple days to go to Comics Pro for the Valiant stuff there.
Oh, okay.
Yep. So some pretty cool things happening.
Yeah, lots of stuff moving forward.
So we got some stuff, but let's get into books this week.
It says, I just want to acknowledge Lethal Weapon, or I keep calling him Lethal Weapon. Lethal Lightning says he's excited about the movies, but we'll have to just see what's going on. And Danny, if you got a question, I mean, we'll still try.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, let's start off with books that are coming out.
So we said The Valiant, Armstrong, and the Vault of Spirits #1.
Mm-hmm.
That drunkard wants to take you to the Vault of Spirits.
It's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited about DC, Batman White Knight #5. We are now in the second half of the White Knight series, which has been pretty awesome.
Yeah.
It's been a quality story.
I'm excited. Daniel Warren Johnson.
Yeah, man.
Anything a guy puts out. Extremity #11. Believe it's been said there's only going to be 12. And that makes me almost want to tear up that we got one more Daniel Warren Johnson book, or Extremity. And that has been set in such a cool area, such a cool place.
Yeah, it's been
so Extremity #11.
Really, really good. I'll call out #1 with a bullet #4. Still digging deeper into this stalker situation. This is definitely a different sort of story than like action. I mean, Extremity is like all about war and identity, and this one's very different. But I'm quite enjoying it. I think they're doing a really good job presenting this kind of privacy. Violation and stuff. So yeah.
Good question, Danny. We probably might not know the answer to that.
Danny, I'm writing it down though. He asked, for those who are watching later, where we're a family show, where the bleep is Ninjak versus. So
yeah. Yep. I think we have that same question.
Totally.
So thank you. Another book that I got to read a little bit this week. It was a fair book. It was Versus, the VS #1, Versus #1, and it was quite weird. It seems like it's set in this almost real life game war that's happening, and it's got commercials, and it's got like, I don't know. It reminds me in a way somewhat of the Arnold the Running Man.
The Running Man.
Like a futuristic Arnold the Running Man, right? And you got these people that sub in and out. And but it was cool. The art was really cool in it.
Yeah. I love Esad Ribic.
So,
I think Esad Ribic does awesome work. I've been a big fan of his since his work on Thor. Like, it's just good quality, good quality stuff. So yeah. I'll call out another Image, Scales and Scoundrels #6. Another, I mean, it's a surprise to me that I'm enjoying this story as much as I have been. It's definitely got totally different artwork, very cartoony kind of looking thing, but it's fun. It is fun. It's a good book. It really just makes me feel like it's I don't know, sitting down and playing Dungeons and Dragons or something like that. Yeah.
I dig it. One that I like, Jetsons #4.
Yeah.
Right? You gotta love the Jetsons. That has been awesome. I mean, like you say, I've said it 100 times. It goes back to childhood, right? Getting back to that childhood, just nostalgia.
Yeah.
And so to me, I dig it.
Yep.
So
I'll call out. I'm excited about this one. X-Men Red #1. So this is fallen in with X-Men Blue and Gold. It's another team of X-Men alum that are coming together, which is fun. And we are getting Jean Grey back. Jean Grey, the actual Jean Grey, not the one pulled from the past, brought into the future. So this is big. This is cool. I'm excited. I'm really excited about this one.
Oh, Marvel just bringing people back from life.
I mean, that's what they do.
You know,
no one's ever dead forever.
Is it because Fox got bought out, Disney has it now, and now they're going to do a Disney movie, and they care about the property to make some movie money?
Most likely, probably. But X-Men has been doing pretty well. I mean, that's right. one of their stronger points.
I get it. Right, you get a character like that. Number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Transformer and the Visionaries.
Oh, yeah.
So I have not read the first one, but I have heard that this is a solid book, and that it is worth the hype that it got up to, and that you guys should be pulling Transformers vs. the Visionaries. It's a 5-part series. Number 2 looks like number 1 came out on a second print, and that's coming out as well tomorrow.
That's good. That's great. Yeah. I'll be doing on my last one here. Looks like another image. Witchblade number 3. This is that reboot of that 20-year-long comic series, which was really awesome. So it's kind of a reimagining. It's the same universe, just a different characters, which is a cool way to do a reboot, I think.
I dig
it. Yeah, good stuff.
Outside of that, I don't have anything else, man.
Yeah.
X-Men Red, did you call that?
I did, yeah.
I know you did. I just, it's like I say, it's a slow week with Valiant with their one book. It's a one-shot book.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why they didn't space out their single or their ongoings to be each week instead of tying 2 up. And then there's sometimes where they'll do 3 books one week and then none one week.
Right.
They're still putting the books out on time.
Yeah,
Sometimes we can't make up the idea of which way it's going. So yeah, and then we got some call outs.
Yeah, it looks like Danny's calling out Green Lantern number 40, Superman number 40, Paper Girls 20. He's also grabbing Versus number 1, Walking Dead 176, and X-Men Gold 21. Yep. Yeah. And Lethal Lightning looks like he's also doing Green Lantern 40. That's good stuff.
So, yeah, so some decent stuff out there. But I'm excited for the things that are coming in the coming weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the new books that are coming. What's to be announced at Emerald City. We should be getting some news of that. Should be getting some news of that in 2 weeks at the Image Expo.
Yeah. Yep.
And got my ECC badge today.
Yeah, I got mine yesterday. I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah,
got to register that stuff. Start putting stuff on my schedule.
Right. Yeah. Got a busy schedule. We'll be there all 4 days. You guys should come out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, make it out and find us. Say what's up.
Yeah, totally.
So,
we'd love to say what's up and see you guys.
So from Australia and England, come on out, guys.
Yeah, just give it a try.
Yeah, and that's gonna be it today, dude. So we want to thank you guys for jumping on. Tell us what you're reading down in the comments. Like it, subscribe it, share it.
Yep.
And love it. And
any Emerald City questions you might have, you can continue to put those in the comments. Yeah, good stuff.
Right.
Right on.
So, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
We'll see you guys.